So, y'all, I'm on my way to Gainesville, Georgia. It's early in the morning. Streets is hot. Most everybody out here headed somewhere they don't want to go. And I don't know whether you say good morning or grand risings, but whatever phrases you use to help yourself get through this pseudo-ass reality. Whatever helps you get you through, alright? But I wanted to come in here and talk about a show I've been watching. Not really the show itself, but one of the episodes. They rebooted Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. Now y'all know, back in the day, Unsolved Mysteries, little eerie ass show. You got a bunch of crazy ass white folk on there doing a whole bunch of shit. As usual. I mean, the crazy thing is the caves will show themselves for what they are, pathologize you, and make you believe that you are the criminal of the world. And on top of that, you let it work. So at this point, I get so frustrated with black people. It blows my mind. The caves, their mental problems and how, a white bitch might clutch her purse when I show up, but, a white man can walk down the street, throw her bitch ass in the trunk. And she not even paying that no attention. She ain't even ready for that. Because she worried about having a little wallet taken, where she can call and cancel all her cars. But bitch, now you're going to get tortured for 3 or 4 weeks and be murdered and buried or thrown in it. Like, you'd rather do all of that because you'd rather pathologize black people. So I find that, this is how I know something's wrong with white folk. I know it for a fact. But I'm watching social engineering work on so many different levels out here in this society. Like, it's crazy. But this shit even works on black people. They got you believing you the criminal. They got you believing that you safe when you go lay up in or move up around the caves. Like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with everybody. I'm just gonna be honest. Something's wrong. And I'm just sitting back out here just shaking my motherfucking head. But anyway, I'm watching Unsolved Mysteries, and I get to this episode of on Unsolved Mysteries about an Alonzo Brooks. If you're from Kansas, you may already know this story. I didn't know anything about this story, but this came up. Alonzo Brooks, early 20s, black man, decides that he's going to go to a party in bumfuck Kansas, the sticks, some call the boondocks, the country, like, I'll get to that part later. Decide he want to go with his cave friends. I think it was about 4 or 5 of his little cave friends. Take him out to a party. He shows up at this party. He is the only black person there. Now, here's my problem with black folk. Here's what my issue is. With black folk, with your motherfucking cave ass friends, what y'all have to understand, black parents, because this is, his mom is on here, and it's been 15 years. This happened in April 2004. Okay? Now it's been over 16 years. The mom is still, the family is still distraught. Mom's irate about it. Wants to know what happened. Let me tell you what happened, because the mom was confused. The family was confused. They're sitting on here doing the interviews saying they don't know what happened. I know what happened. You didn't raise your child with discernment. You didn't raise them understanding that they're black. When you do this, when black parents, when you sit around and you want to, be all holy and Christian-like and everybody love everybody. You're doing it wrong. You're raising your child wrong. And what you're doing is making sure that your child end up in a situation where they don't know how to adapt to and get out of the situation. In psychology, they call it fight or flight. Typically, where the caves are concerned, we shouldn't even be in situations where we're around them. How you show up to a party and you the only black person there and you in the sticks? Because they say they went to some place in Kansas. I forget the name of it. Start with a T. I forget the exact name of it. But they're in the fucking sticks. They're in a barn. They're on dirt roads. Do you think that I'm on dirt roads? I have my white friends. Do you believe that I'm even going somewhere with some damn so-called white friends? Black people, teach your kids better than this. How you allow that? You leave the life of your child. I'm watching these motherfucking caves in this interview talking about, well, you know, we were the type, we didn't really see color like that. Really? I get so tired of the caves being able to use this as an excuse when something happens to their so-called black friend. Well, we wasn't them type. Well, you know them type exists amongst your people. Let me tell you something black people will do. When they have a so-called white friend and they taking that white friend around their black friend, they gonna tell that white person, the cave friend, how to act. They gonna tell them how to be. They gonna prepare their cave friend for certain things that you can't say, you can't do. I'm gonna prepare you so that way you don't fuck around and get your ass whooped around here. These motherfucking caves will act like they don't even know nothing about racism, because if I don't see race, that means that all these motherfuckers don't see race. Black parents, be mindful of white people who are hanging with your children, and this is their logic, because they can't keep your child safe. You know what happened at this party? The only black person there now, the black person that's there should have went off as an alarm to them when they saw that. It didn't go off as an alarm to him. So mom, when you want to know what happened, your son, you didn't raise him with the proper alarms. You didn't raise him right. I'm sorry, black folk. I can't continue to have sympathy for y'all when y'all not raising your fucking kids right. So not only does he have cave friends that he trusts, like they God, he goes into a place full of white strangers and feels safe. No fucking way. No way. And the friends, the so-called white friends, they end up leaving him there. They decide to go to another party. One guy that called himself his friend, he went to go get cigarettes. He got lost going to go get cigarettes and didn't make it back to the party. Decided, well, hell, I'm lost. I ain't going back. Even though he was the black friend's ride. He was Alonzo's ride. He told Alonzo to get with Adam. Adam will get you to the crib. Now, Adam didn't do an interview for this, story. Rest of them, this happened in 2004. Rest of them give interviews. Adam wasn't nowhere to be found in these interviews as they're grown now, right? Adam wasn't nowhere around. So, but Adam was supposed to get with him and get Alonzo home. Next day, Alonzo missing. Alonzo never comes home. He never comes home. All white friends took him to an all-white party where he is the single, only black person. And they in the country, in the sticks. How do you leave your black friend and go to another party? You know he came there with you. You understand that you his ride. If you his friend, how you let that happen? You don't leave because you got sense enough to know, well, I'm not leaving my black friend and no hillbilly ass, redneck ass, cave ass. Yeah, I'm not leaving him in this situation. It's not safe for him. I don't give a damn how much fun he having. He getting the fuck up out of here. We out, God damn it. You know how many parties I done been to, and we out is the, well, I'm out. We leaving. Ain't no I'm leaving, and you want to stay. If we came together, we leaving. If I'm the ride, we are leaving. I don't give a damn how much fun you have. I don't give a damn how much pussy or you think you about to get, or you done met this bad one and y'all vibing. No, we leaving. You don't leave your friend in the middle of nowhere as the only black person, and y'all black people, as soon as you walk in and you see some shit like that, how are you still there? Let's say I'm a coon enough to have all white friends. Okay, let's assume that I'm that much of a coon. I'll go somewhere with my all white friends. Matter of fact, my mama, she's so much of a coon, she gonna let me go somewhere with my all white friends. And I get somewhere and it's all white people I don't even know. I'm not there no more. I'm telling my white friends at that point, I don't feel safe. We gotta get the fuck up out of here. And we gone. The white boy said, the first thing he said when he got to the party is, does anybody want a beer? This is what he yelling out. He one of them type motherfuckers. We just heard recently of a story where a black man have him a cave asshole. They go on a camping trip surrounded by other caves. They try to lynch his motherfucking bitch ass, and the white friends don't do nothing to save him. His white hoe don't do nothing to save him. Why don't y'all black people understand? What is it gonna take for y'all? Like, is it Jesus that's still clouding your judgment? You feel like you gotta love everybody so much that you don't even protect yourself? You don't even have discernment? Put yourself in unsafe environments because you want to believe that everybody love you? Y'all black parents believe it's racist to teach your child not to be in this type of situation? And now you crying about your baby all on TV? It's an unsolved motherfucking mystery because, of course, the cops ain't gonna find out what happened. That Alonzo Brooks goes missing. The cops don't find out what happened. The KBI, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, they come down. The FBI, they come down. Everybody come down. They don't find this black boy's body for a month. The family decides that they want to go search for him. They find him within, they said, one day. The cops don't give a fuck about what's going on with you. This is one of the areas in which the veil of police brutality kind of leaves this part off. The inaction of the police when it comes to your black life is also a real issue. It may not fall under the category of what people would call police brutality. I would call it police ineffectiveness, purposeful ineffectiveness when it comes to black life. They end up finding him down by some creek right out back of the place where they had the party. The party was in some type of bar and shit. They found him in some creek, dead. They found his shoes down the street, hat down the street, you know. They found him dead, murdered. And the family just, they talking about, well, we just want to know why. Why they didn't find anybody, nobody knows what happened out of all those people at that party, is because those people are on code. They're not going to say any motherfucking thing. This is why black people can be murdered or found murdered in really, really odd situations, and the white people is going to stay on code. Remember that black woman? And I'm mad I forgot her fucking name. Guys, Tamala Horsford, and I don't want to be wrong, but this happened in Georgia. She went to a sleepover with her cave friends. I believe she was murdered, and everybody that's in the cave stayed on code. We're not going down for a measly black person that's dead. The medical examiner in the case of Alonzo Brooks ruled the death to be an undetermined. He didn't say it was foul play, you know. He talked about what it could have been, but the KBI closed the investigation because they found no foul play. Like he just went into at the end of some creek and just, you know, just decided to let it go right there. All right, he didn't want the SpongeBob. All right, I'm gonna head out. He did that. The caves left him at a cave party. And the cave said, I ain't one of the caves gonna talk about, well, if I could, I would trade places with him. No, you wouldn't. No, the fuck you wouldn't. Stop lying. You don't have a friend and you leave them anywhere. You don't leave a friend anywhere. Motherfucker, this the one that said he was gonna get cigarettes. You don't leave your friend nowhere to go get no cigarettes. They go with you. I ain't never left nowhere and I got a homie with me, or hell, my brother or somebody with me, and I'm going to step out to go to the store. Motherfucker, we going to the store. That's all that just happened. We going. That's how it works. And I would do that without even thinking anything about it. I'm going to get some blacks. We going to get some blacks. Now, these motherfuckers didn't care about this black man. His family wants to know why. It's because he's black. And y'all raised him in racist ass Kansas and let him believe that it was safe to be running around anywhere amongst these motherfucking caves. That's what happened to your son, ma'am. You didn't raise him right. And they didn't really want to deal with racism in this shit either, which was another issue with me. They kind of alluded to it, but they wasn't hardcore about it. You know, they was talking about the news when they was covering it. You know, they was talking about trying to make it a hate crime. Trying to figure out whether it was a hate crime or not. They said they think it was because a cave hoe might have got too chummy with the boy inside of the party. They may have gotten a little too friendly, and some male white caves got a little upset about this, and they wanted to do something to him because of this. You know, typical situation. Hating ass caves, or a white bitch, a white cave hoe wanting to set a black man up. Because if you ask me, I think some of these hoes will try to flirt with a black man just to put him in that situation. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, like basically setting him up. I believe that shit happens. I mean, black men, sexiest men on the planet, cool, I got it, whatever. But these hoes be on some old other shit. These hoes be on some old other shit setting black men up. I do believe that. They say that that's possibly what happened to them. But the fact that they have to speculate and they don't know what happened, nobody, you know, they said that some people took polygraphs and all that shit. White people gonna protect their own. I don't want your child to end up being Alonzo, black people. I'm trying to beg you to teach your child better than this. This is me begging you. Seeing the amount of black parents that I've seen crying because they didn't teach their child to have any type of discernment, to understand what it is to be black. Alonzo Brooks didn't understand what it was to be black. This would allowed him to feel safe going to a party with one all-white so-called friends, and then you go to a party in the woods somewhere in the country, in a racist city, with all white people. The only way you feel safe in that situation is if you ain't been raised right. That's what I would tell that to any black people. You're not raising your child right if they feel safe in that situation. And that's all it is to it. But that's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. It just, when I got to that episode, because of course, you just the white people crazy. You're gonna say that when you watch these types of shows, because these motherfuckers are, they wild as fuck. They wild. But it's just, seeing the amount of, when you hear about certain black people in certain situations, it's like, well, how you get there? What in you allowed you to act like that or feel safe in that situation? And of course, law enforcement is going to, side with the racist ass town, the racist ass sheriff. He knows what the fuck goes on around there. Y'all teach y'all black kids, and don't let them hang out with motherfuckers talking about they don't see race. Then, because they can't protect your child, if they don't see race, they're not going to protect your child's blackness. When they're in situations where it's not safe for a black person to be in, outnumbered like that, they're not going to protect your black child. Stop letting your black children hang out, be at people's houses, even in white cave ass houses that y'all want to, call themselves, let your kids hang out with their friends' moms or whatever. If they don't see color, if they don't see race, it's not safe. That kind of rhymed a little bit. Y'all might want to make that a mantra. If they don't see color, if they don't see race, it's not safe. Very simple, black people. Very fucking simple. And my condolences goes to his family. They still don't know what happened, which I know what happened. A bunch of fucking racists killed him. They won't know why it happened, because they're racist and your son was black and you didn't raise him right. Nobody wanted to be honest about that with the mom. I would have been honest about that with the mom, whether it hurt her feelings or not. You didn't raise him right, ma'am. And I want y'all black people to not end up like this mom. We gotta raise our kids better, raise them to be aware, raise them to have that discernment, raise them to know that even if you up near around the caves, then goddamn it, one, you shouldn't be up near around the caves, but if you are gonna be up near around the caves, you need to be very, very cautious. Extremely cautious. And I want us to get to the point where we don't even feel safe in those situations. Like, we don't even go into the woods to go camping with white folk. We don't do that. We don't do shit like that. We don't go to sleepovers. We the only black. We don't go to parties. We the only black person. No. If the numbers ain't at least even, I ain't there. Shit, what you mean? At least even. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 black folk. If it's a goddamn 50, 60 white, no, I ain't there. I'm not there. But y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Links to follow me on social media in the description box. Black first, second, and third. And we raising our kids better than this. So we don't end up where we crying on TV. Where we raising an Alonzo Brooks. That's not the mission. We're preparing our children for the reality that they live in. Not the fantasy that we want to create in our minds. Shout out to Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.